Hello and welcome to another episode of BaatShaat. Again, tonight joining me is none other than Chuntell Martin, all the way from Toronto, a Canadian player, women's female cricket player to be precise. And she's played 3 games for Canada. She's just started her career as of last May for Canada. But we wanted to talk to her. We wanted to talk to her about the cricket Canada, the cricket in Canada in general, and in particular women's cricket, how her journey has come right from where she started to now being a Canadian player, and where is she taking her career to. We're going to bring her out on in about 10 seconds. But before I go anywhere, make sure you subscribe, you're liking this video and sharing with everybody so you can hear more from us and Chuntell. See you shortly. Hello, Chuntell. Welcome to BaatShaat. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thanks. Yourself?
Good. Well, thank you for giving me the opportunity, in particular to BaatShaat, the opportunity to talk to you about cricket in general, women's cricket. Again, I keep saying cricket, but women's cricket has a huge role in cricket as well as in Canada. So before I jump, any further into my questions, let's just talk about you. So why cricket, Chantal? Why did you pick that as a sport?
Oh man, it's a long story. Right. I was born in the Caribbean in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and in the Caribbean, they talk about cricket continuously. It's all about cricket, 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 cricket. And I can recall me just every time you miss me from home or anywhere, you can find me on the cricket field. There's the only place you can find me. So mhm.
So women are pulled into cricket, is what you're saying?
Pardon me? Can you repeat that?
Women are pulled into cricket. They're pretty much, in some ways, opportunities are created back home.
Yeah, they are. They pretty much are opportunities for ladies back home. Yeah, they are.
So going back to your journey, you were going down that path. So then you grew up with cricket. You started playing. You saw cricket all around you.
Yeah.
When did you come to Canada?
Oh, I came to Canada when I was in my teens, particularly around 16, 15, 16. So it's been a while. And yeah.
So then how did you jump into the Canadian side of things? Like, did you just, proactively explored, tried to look for a league? Did you find a lot of, support for women's cricket? Share a bit with me on that.
Oh, so when I came to Canada, well, my mom, she does not like cricket at all. She do not like cricket at all. So when I was living home with my mom, I will always mention to her that I would like to participate in cricket, and but she never allowed me to. And even though I was going to school and getting good grades, I still was not allowed to do that. But there was this one time I was up in Finch and I saw a team playing, and I went over and I asked them a couple questions, and they directed me to Judge Mirage, which the team is no longer existing. That was a Kaisota Cricket Club. They directed me to him, and that's how I became a part of cricket in Canada.
And then so it continued, obviously, even after the
Yeah.
club was done. So
Yeah.
where did your journey take you next?
Playing for Canada. I had given I was given the opportunity before, but at the time that I was given the opportunity, again, I said my mom is not too much of a cricket fan, so she didn't allow me to take that opportunity. But now I'm older and I'm on my own. I got that opportunity to represent Canada, which was a great experience, and I'm very proud that I could have been a part of it. I'm happy to be a part of it, and yeah.
So, Chantal, you're talking about your journey, and let's go back to, back home. I'm not saying Canada. Let's go back to
Yeah.
your home, the island you grew up in. And then you said, cricket was all around you, right?
Yeah.
How different is that from where we are now, Canada? There's snow all around us for sure. But
Yeah.
how much of cricket do you hear around you?
Right now in Canada, well, because I'm in the cricket world, I kind of hear of it a lot, but I
Yeah.
do not really like hear more about female cricket. It's mostly based on male cricket, male cricket, male cricket. So, but
So
because
why is
I'm
that, Chantal?
that's a good question. I think it could probably be the organizers and just basically the organizers and also players' commitment as well, because players are not really committed as well. You have to reach out to players numerous times to get an answer, and the organizers um, that do not really promote us, but they really promote themselves, really, and yeah,
So it's a two-blade sword. Basically, you're saying the organizers aren't really, the administrators aren't doing the part, but at the same time, the players' commitment, is lacking as well. So a
yeah,
two-edged sword. Yeah.
yeah,
Uh, you know, Staying down on that path. Cricket in Canada has Cricket Canada has done quite well in actually introducing a cricket program for women. At least now there's representation, there's games happening, and all that stuff. How much do you think Cricket Canada is investing right now in women's cricket from your perspective, from a player's perspective?
Hmm. I think they could do better. They could do much, much better. As I said, they are the governing body of the sport cricket in
Yeah.
Canada, and this is taken directly from off their page. They are the governing body of cricket, so I think they have a lot more to do in terms of promoting female cricket and involving included, just being inclusive of female cricket.
So, what is the biggest hurdle you face as a player? Yeah, so before I jump into that, you're doing a lot of great work on your own as well. You're running that female cricket
Yeah,
group. I see through your medium of female cricketers, you're promoting a lot of players across Canada, right? Not just based out of Ontario. I've seen you post stuff for Alberta cricket, women cricketers, BC women
yeah.
cricketers, Saskatchewan as well. So, what took you down that path? What inspired you to do something like that?
Um, I think it's basically because I don't really I'm not a person who talks much, but I observe a lot and I ask a lot of questions and I listen to the complaints that players have. And since I have the opportunity to be a part of the national team and also be with the other players that are not of the national team, I listen to the both side of the story. And basically we're not being inclusive, we're not being included in a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of barriers that we face, and when coming to being inclusive, discrimination as well, there's a lot of that. And I seen this and I said, you know what, okay, let me try to form a community that is only for us, that we can only promote ourselves.
And that was your motive of starting something such as female cricketers, right, which can
Yeah,
promote women's cricket. So Cricket Canada has taken some very proactive steps this time around, and they're trying to they've created a position, or they're at least advertised for a position for women's cricket coordinator. How do you see that from your perspective? Do you
with the
see that as a step in the
advertisement.
right direction? Yeah.
uh, can you repeat the question, please?
Do you see that as a step in the right direction, trying to normalize women's cricket, basically by saying we're going to hire a coordinator that's going to throughout run the affairs of cricket? Is that a step in the right direction?
Um, it's always a start for you always have to start somewhere to get somewhere, correct? And I think that it is a start, but also they need to reach out to the ladies so that they can know what the ladies need for themselves, not what really they think that we need, because we have a lot of needs. And
Yeah.
also if you also there are female cricketers and I will include myself in this as well, because I think that we do need a female body for ourselves, because I think that hmm, the male authority, they are more focused on the male players. So I think that female cricketers need a female body for themselves.
So, I've been very fortunate to have had a few women players, international women players, come to my show. One of them, Kainat Imtiaz from Pakistan, she said, and the coach Mark Coles, who was the former coach of Pakistan women's team, he said, men were given the better slots
Yeah.
when for practice, and women were given the 12 to 3, the slot in the heat, and they didn't feel equal when it came to that. So I think, is that a global phenomena, or are you thinking, did you see that back home, or is it just Canada? You find that right now happening a lot, or did you find that back home as well?
There are a lot of things that I seen here that happen in Canada that I don't really see happening back home, because I
Sure.
don't think back home that we don't really compare the players, the female to male, because I think they back home we try to do it be as equal as possible. And yeah.
And I think this is one of the reasons why West Indian women's team has done so well as
Yeah.
well, because of equal opportunity. Right? It's considered one of the better women's team out there. So where, in your opinion, where do you see cricket going, women's cricket going in Canada? You talked about, there's probably a need for a women's body, right? And that's,
Yeah.
your opinion and your feeling. There's a need for the women's. Do you think with the shortened season that we have here, do we have enough grounds where things could be shared? And do you think if women's cricket is given the opportunity, would they have enough commitment from the players to be out there and to be playing the game just like the way men do?
I think that we have a lot of great players. We have a lot of players who like competition. I myself, I played with couple male teams before, and I enjoy it. I mean, sometimes they discriminate against me, but I enjoy showing them that, oh, no matter what you say, I'm gonna still get you. I'm gonna do something. But I am sorry. Can you repeat the question?
So I think what I'm saying is, do you think there'll be enough commitment from women's? Initially you talked about the two-edged sword. One, administrators aren't serious. Two, players aren't very committed, right? So you think
Yeah.
if a woman's body is made, it creates the opportunity for women to play. Will there be enough commitment from women to show up and use up the slots, use up the opportunities? What are your thoughts on that?
Yes, there are a lot of committed players out there, and also right now, Cricket Ontario is organizing a regional game, which they get the players. They already have the players that are committed, but also adding to this, I think that we wait we wait for we wait for
Ah,
last moment.
okay.
There's last
We leave it
moment
to the
call, and yeah, there was last moment call, and the organizers, they will say, okay, they will organize something for this week, for for the following week. No, they will organize something that's gonna happen for the next week, for this week. And that can happen. Like, players also have committed to their families and themselves. They need time as well to to be committed as well. So by saying this, organizing a tournament or organizing something that doesn't really give players time to accept it is not really fair to the players.
So yeah, and Chantal, you've seen things from very close perspective, being a player, being in the national team, and all that stuff, and playing in one of the biggest provinces in Canada. That there's a lot of cricket played in Ontario. One of my question is it only Cricket Canada's responsibility to grow women's cricket in Canada? What about all those provincial setups? What about all those city associations, because these people get elected,
Yeah.
right? They all come to power. They're all given funds to run the organization. Do you think they're committed enough to promote women's cricket?
No.
You
No,
don't
they're
think it is?
not. They'll
Yeah,
noted
because I
that.
mean,
And Cricket Canada, like Cricket Canada cannot do everything on its own, right? We also have to join together to help promote each other as well. I mean, we're not sure what agenda they have behind the scene to do as well. So we really can't blame them for everything. We also have to take that responsibility and blame ourselves as well, because we we as players are we as passionate cricket lovers, we also can do something to help promote female cricketers. And again, as I say, most organizers, companies will come and they will want to do something for female cricketers, but most of it it's mostly they promote themselves and not really the female cricketers themselves.
so we got a comment here on the screen. Sana Iftikhar from Saskatchewan, Women's Cricket League, is basically talking about women commitment depends on the resources that we get. If at national and provincial level we get support like men cricket does, no doubt the turnout will be more than expected. Do you agree
I
with
totally
her?
agree. I totally agree, and the fundings as well. Yeah, I totally agree with
Is
that.
there any funding going towards women's cricket? I don't know if you'll be able to answer that.
Um, from what I've known, there are there are some leagues that stepped in to give fundings, but most of the time the funding come out of the players' pocket.
Yeah. Wow. So players are, in some ways, a lot of them are, trying to support themselves or
Yeah,
their sports.
basically.
Um, so if you were to send a message to Cricket Canada, or what would you say to them now using this platform? Hey, I'm putting you on the spot.
Hi, Cricket Canada. You are the governing body. You are the governing sport. You are the governing body of cricket, and you can do better. And we thank you for what you're doing, but you could do better and set an example for the others out there and help promote and work with female cricketers, help to understand us better, and get more fundings for us. Listen to us. Like we do need we do need someone that listen to us, not organizers that think that they know that what we want, because female 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 perspectives to things are different to male and vice versa, and female expectations are different. So you need to listen to us. You need to
Yeah.
listen to
And
our feedbacks and grant us permission to get feedbacks, because I think most players they're afraid to give feedbacks because they are afraid to not have the equal opportunity that other players will get if they speak up, if they do not speak up.
when you talk about, I love the message you're sending to Cricket Canada. The question that as you were talking in my mind, the question was, women can do a much better job than men. uh, the sports they love to play, the sports they love to be part of, and they're very passionate about. I think
Yeah.
one thing I would love to add. I think Cricket Canada should allow a woman to run the women's cricket program. As simple as that.
Thank you. I
There's
was
there's
saying
no
that
other.
from the
Yeah,
beginning.
there's no better way to do it. If they can take one thing out of this video that we're putting out there, is if women are allowed to run women program, Cricket Canada won't have to worry about discrimination, leaving people behind, lack of equity, any or uh, equal opportunities, any of that stuff, because then the source will connect to the lead, right? It just makes it easier. So Chantal, one last question before we wrap it up.
Yeah.
Um, you talked about your message. What is the message you want to send to Canadian players, women cricketers here in Canada that are striving to be cricketers? You've played at the highest level yourself. So what is one message you would like to send?
Keep your passion up for cricket. Look towards yourself. Do not wait for organizers or Cricket Canada or Cricket Ontario, Cricket Alberta, wherever provinces you're in, do not wait for them to promote you. Do not wait. Do not. I don't think that just just promote yourself. Help yourself. Play the game for the fun if you need to. I know most of us is trying to get on the national team. That is a great goal, but work and just work on your cricket, work on developing communication, work on developing teamwork, team spirit, and teamwork. Basically,
And last question before we wrap
yeah.
it up. Where do you see women's cricket in Canada going? What's the future?
We have a bright future if we could have a bright future because as I said, we have players, we have players, we have committed players, and we have talented players, and we can reach very far. But again, we cannot do everything. We are just the players, but the organizers need to step in and do their duty. They need to take responsibility for their actions and yeah, step in, do their duty.
And I think with the recent changes in the governing body, the changes that happened in Cricket Canada, I think and the recent posting that just got put out there for
Yeah,
women's cricket coordinator, I am very hopeful that things will go in the right direction. Only time will tell if that is going to happen or not. But I think we can hope for a better future. But I think I completely agree with you. Women have a very bright future in this sport. I think they can take it forward. No one can run women's cricket better than women themselves. And that's the thought
thank
I
you.
want to I want to end the show tonight with. Thank you, Chantel, for giving us the time. I
Yeah,
know I'm mindful of the time, and I know that we ran a bit late in starting the show, but I'm mindful of your time as well. We would love to get you back at some point. I would love to, through this video, love to send an invite out to Saskatchewan, Alberta, BC, anywhere
yes,
out there. Exactly. And let's get together on a platform. Let's talk about what are you facing? Are you facing the challenges that Chantel's talked about? Do you have girls that want to go and play for Canada? This is a person you need to talk to. Chantel runs the female cricketers. Chantel, is it called female
female
cricketers again?
cricket. Yeah,
Is it
female
on
cricketers
Instagram? Yeah.
Canada.
Where's that at? Let's just give it viewers a bit more information on that. So it's on Facebook. They can follow that there, or where?
Instagram,
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and yeah, YouTube.
And YouTube as well. Yeah. So I've been
Yeah,
watching some of those YouTube videos. So make sure you do subscribe to that so you can stay very close to what Chantel's trying to do in promoting female cricket in Canada. And hopefully, Chantel, all the things you're planning on doing, you become very successful, because I think in your success is women's cricket success as well. Thank you
thank you
again.
very much, and
It
thank
has
you
been a
for
pleasure
having
hosting you.
me. Thank you for
Absolutely. It's a
having me.
pleasure.
I appreciate it being here. Thank you very much.
Okay. Good night. Good night. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you.
That was Chuntell Martin, the Canadian female cricket player. It was a pleasure talking to her. Her concerns are no different. I hope people out there are hearing it. Women need the same level of support that men have. It's taken us a long time. I totally understand. Cricket is still a very new sport for a lot of people out there, and I totally understand. But I think it's time we start paying attention to our women counterpart as well. Start giving them the opportunities. They are much better than us. Trust me. Once they're given the opportunities, they'll definitely exceed us. That is one thing for sure. I'm completely, 100% behind that thought that I just shared. But at the same time, let's see what Cricket Canada has in store for cricket. For women's cricket, hopefully those are good plans. I do plan on inviting Amjad Bajwa and quite a few other people from Cricket Canada to come and talk to us about women's cricket in general. But at the same time, my ask of you is, if you would like your voice to be heard, please use BaatShaat. My doors are open. Our doors are open to promote your cause. We're here for you, and we would love to promote you as best as we can. Thank you again for watching BaatShaat. Make sure you subscribe. You like this video, you share it with anyone you would like to see, see it. But at the same time, it has been a pleasure being here and hosting and bringing Chantel to talk to you, to be in front of you. And keep watching BaatShaat, and we will talk again. We'll meet again with another show soon. Good night. See you later.